Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today, we're going back for the second time to look at 10,000 Maniacs in 1987. This time on the David Letterman show. And they're going to be performing Don't Talk, which is a song off of their In My Tribe album, which is by far my favorite work of theirs. I think the album itself is, practically speaking, a masterpiece. It just plays through really, really well. All the songs are pretty strong. It's of a piece. It was produced by Peter Asher, who also produced James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt albums. They had some pretty good stuff on this record, and I don't hear it as much on the radio these days, so I thought it'd be worth taking a look and featuring it. At some point last week while Adrian was out sick, I looked at City of Angels, and I found some video that I don't think a lot of people have seen, because I really had to dig long and hard to find something that looked presentable, and found something, thankfully. It's kind of the same case here. This wasn't as hard to find, so it's possible people have seen it, and I haven't really taken a look at it yet for real, so I look forward to doing that. So, Adrian, do you know anything about 10,000 Maniacs?
No.
Well, they were an alternative band in the 80s, and then they became mainstream with the release of In My Tribe. It was a very big album for them, and like I say, I mean, I heard things before and I heard things after, and, you know, they did some good work, but really this is the album that shines for me in their catalog. The other stuff I don't even really pay attention to. This one just came together so well. It was stitched together so nicely, and the songs are good, and they work together. So let's go ahead and take a look at this.
From upstate New York, this is their latest album right here, entitled In My Tribe, from 10,000 Maniacs. Please welcome Natalie Merchant and Robert Buck. Folks. I really enjoyed the album. Very nice. Nice to see you. Thank you, sir. 10,000 Maniacs, and we'll do a commercial and be right back here with John Malkovich. Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
So, it seems to me that song is about dealing with an alcoholic as maybe your significant other or maybe somebody in your family. Take your poison silently, let me be, let me close my eyes. The drink you drown your troubles in is the trouble you're in now. You know, when your talk is over, tilt that bottle in the air, tossing back more than your share. Well, what'd you think of the song?
Pretty good. It was pretty well put together and everything. You know, the way it was, the music was written and everything.
Like the arrangements and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like the way that the guitars, they've almost got that jangle sound that the Byrds had. And then you've got the bass that's playing way up here during the verse. Like it's not even being a bass, really. It's a do. Like way up the fretboard and not playing any low notes. He's letting the guitars ring out instead. And it's interesting. I know they have a keyboard player, but they had Paul Schaefer playing the keys on that one. I'm not sure why. It says Dennis Drew keyboards, and he was probably playing the guitar, would be my guess. I mean, the rhythm guitar. And he also co-wrote the song, so, you know, he's got to be in there. You know, if they're playing the Letterman show, he's got to be on. So that's probably what happened. It was probably 5 people. So, yeah, so pretty interesting the way that they put that together. And also the drums, very interesting pattern being used on the verses. It goes back into a more conventional 4/4 pattern, but during the verses, it boom, da, boom, da, boom. So you got the bass just going boo, 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 up here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to flip you off. And then boo, boo, boo. You know, so there's no bass notes down where you normally would hear bass notes.
Yeah. There are a lot of toms being played on the drums.
Right. Not a lot of cymbals. Just, you know, mostly toms. There's some cymbals, not a lot. And it's the guitars ringing out and the whatever the keyboard wash is on this, you know. And that's what's creating kind of the atmosphere of the song that she's singing over during the first parts of the verses, you know, which I think is very effective and was kind of original. It was fresh to the ears at the time, you know. This is one of those songs, if you're listening to the record, your ears perk up and go, oh, what's this? You know. And I'm happy to say there's a few songs like that on this record. They have some certified classics on this record. Those of you that are not familiar with In My Tribe, I definitely recommend it. And it's interesting, when it first came out, it had a Cat Stevens cover on it. I happen to have a copy that has the Cat Stevens cover on it, Peace Train. Really good cover, as a matter of fact. However, soon after that, the whole thing about the fatwa and the... you know, the situation with Salman Rushdie, I guess he spoke out on it and it got widely misinterpreted. I'm not going to get into it. I don't really want to get into the whole issue of what he meant. And, you know, he says, no, that is not what I meant. I was just saying this is what the fatwa would say, as if, you know, kind of in a scholarly way. I don't know. Anyway, as soon as that happened, which I believe was 89, a couple of years after the album came out, they struck it from all further CD copies. Maybe it's still on the vinyl, I'm not sure, but it's been removed from the album. Now, they did put it out again on a compilation a few years later, so, you know, you can still get it, you can still hear it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. It's worth hearing, because I thought it was a very good cover, and it fit in perfectly with the album. But yeah, so those of you that are familiar with this band, let me know if you ever saw them, if you were ever a fan. Let me know what you thought of this song, this album, perhaps, if you had any thoughts on any of what we just talked about. And if you have suggestions for us, you can leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. Okay, thanks so much for joining us on this, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See y'all later.